What's good? It's Chigozy, Sunday, July 7th, 2019. And as I said several times yesterday, on 7/6, there was going to be blood sacrifices in the media. And they weren't going to be small. And we have a young man dying. I mean, already a 20-year-old dying shows you that it's not a insignificant ritual. And he's a Disney star. He seems pretty popular. I mean, he looks popular, but I've never heard of him. And remember, he's 20. Just like how what? Where did I even say all this from? The 20 hurt in Florida, death 20. That was what I taught on. So I was telling you that there's gonna be deaths in the media. It's gonna be by that pattern, and then this guy dies at 20. I mean, it can't be any more perfect. Talk about predicting Zionist Jew tyranny. So to add more insult to injury, to add more comical craftness to this propaganda, they even published it at 7:01 a.m., dead at 20. If you're new to this channel, you have to watch my last video because I said several times that there's gonna be a death. There has to be, and there is. And why was I saying that? Death equals 20. D is the fourth letter, E is the fifth, A is the first, T is the 20th, H is the eighth. That all equals 38. Do you see how T is the 20th? 2 plus 0 is 2. So you reduce every letter that can be reduced, and you add them all 20. Death 20. Florida equals 38, because you're probably new here wondering why Florida. Florida always, Stoneman Douglas, all this stuff. It's always Floridian, ritual, is always this pattern. Florida 38 like death. And then again, we had 20 Florida explosion. Now they're saying 21 injured. Oh no, now it's 23. Oh my goodness. Are you seeing the update time? This is perfect. I'm so glad I left this up. Updated at 8:06 p.m. on 7/6. They last used it. Are you seeing? 8676. That's the whole pattern. This whole video is going to be by this exact pattern as well. Listen carefully if you're new. This video should really bring you up to speed. Blood sacrifice equals 8667. This guy dies on 6/7 on the 6th of July. Do you see what I'm saying? And S is the 19th letter, so 1 plus 9 is 10. So reducing S only once and everything else once. S is the only letter you reduce up to 2 times. So reducing everything once, 76. So you see how it equals 6776, just like how July 6th is written 6/7 or 7/6. And then 86, blood sacrifice 86, 806. They had that Floridian propaganda we just saw. And I was going over this because the date numerology was so good on that day. I said they can't ignore this. Blood sacrifice 7667. And it's a date with 25 life lesson number and 52 numerology. Death equals 2552. It's the 187th day of the year. 187, that's the big murder number in California. And that's when we had that California earthquake. They said it happened Friday, but Saturday is when they made it front page news on the 187th day of the year. And guess what else happened that day? Look at the other death that I'll briefly talk about. Joao Gilberto, father of Bossa Nova, dies at 88. 88 connecting to time. This is on Saturday, Saturnian sacrifice. But he's not an insignificant celebrity. He's the father of Bossa Nova, the father of a whole genre of music, dying on this sacrificial day. And look what you get when I type in father of Bossa Nova. It's time for people to stop denying this stuff right here. Father of Bossa Nova, just using the alphabetical order. A is the first letter, B is the second. You see what I'm saying? You add them all. F is the sixth letter. You add those all, 187. He dies on the 187th day of the year. See? And this is after I'm saying, look out for these deaths. There's going to be more deaths in the media. They're going to have to put them out. And they're giving us two main ones. That, and now we get this Disney star, dead at 20. Death 20. 71's the 20th prime number. And again, death 25, that was a date with 25 life lesson number. I said all this already. I already said all this. So you can't come here and say that I'm doing this in hindsight. How is it hindsight? And again, TMZ has the audacity to update and publish their propaganda, their distraction, at 7:01. 71's the 20th prime. This guy dies at 20. And I still can't get over this. Updated at 8:06 from this Floridian death, blood sacrifice piece of propaganda right there. So I know there's a lot of new people here. I mean, that's what happens. Murder by numbers is the most hot subject in this study, and I'm glad. I'm glad that we've identified what brings people. Besides, the fake rig sports, that's the hottest. But besides that, it's this. And, it's good. Cameron starred in both The Descendants. That's code. We'll just see what the sums do. I want to see how many days from his birthday he died. Get that out of the way. Then we can float around the propaganda, see what they're putting inside. But, I mean, the video should be over. If you're denying these patterns, there's something wrong with you. I mean, they even put the 86 in the Florida propaganda. Okay. 63, 36, 108, like geometry, 54. There's a riddle there I'm not seeing right away. So let's just look at this guy, his name, how many days from his birthday. Because again, I don't even know him. We have to start from somewhere. So, Cameron Boyce. We'll look him up. See when he was born. Murdered by the government or faked his death. Died July 6, 2019. May 28th, 1999 to July 6, 2019. See? May 28th, 1999. So we'll do May 28th, his 20th birthday, to the day he died. This is how you do it. This is how you do Kabbalah. This stuff is disgusting. You gotta just stop ignoring it. You can do till the 7th, because that's when they talked about it and published all the propaganda about it. There's a reason to put it out then. 39 days, 1 month, 8 days, Descendants 108, and 54. You see what I said? I said, I don't see this riddle. I'm going to sit on this, and we're going to see this guy, see his birthday, see his name, see the things that pertain to him, so we can see the ritual. Do you see how this is playing out? Descendants equal 108 and 54. We saw that. 5 weeks, 4 days from his birthday, 1 month, 8 days, he's being murdered by the television studios that produced the distraction that he participated in. And it's also 39 days, Federal 39, Masonry 39, Zionism 39. Saturn 93 to Reflection, dies on the Saturday. Sun 18, Sun 54. Now I can't wait to see his name gematria. Or we can get Saturn numbers, or we can get, I don't know. It can really be anything. Death, sacrifice, Freemasonry. But it could be Saturn because it's the Saturday. Oh my God. His name equals 119 like Saturn. I cannot believe this. We get it correct. You see how we get this correct all the time? And again, I know the skeptics will come and say, oh, you did this beforehand. You're pretending that you didn't know. You can't say that all the time. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I do a lot of this on the fly. I don't research this beforehand a lot of the time. Saturn 119, this guy's name equals 119. You see how I can guess that? Because he died 39 days from his birthday, the reflection of 93. It was on a Saturday. It had that time connection. Time equals 25. Saturn's the keeper of time. Day with a life lesson number of 25. It was a day with a heavily death numerology. Saturn's the god of death, judgment, time. So on a Saturday, if you have a lot of blood sacrifice numbers, you're going to have Saturnian sacrifices. This happens every single time it aligns this way. That's how I was 100% confident this was going to happen. I mean, you can just, it's as easy as watching my last video and hearing me say over and over and over again, they're going to have Saturnian sacrifices, and they're not going to be small. They're not going to be some small time people that you don't give a fuck about. Although, I mean, granted, I kind of would count this guy as one of those, but he's young. If he was older, maybe. I mean, I don't know who he is. I don't think he's that popular, but maybe he is. I'm not into pop culture, but I think that's besides the point. You see how his name equals 119. Name equals 119. Also 205, 61, time 25, 61. See what I mean? 171 and Francis Bacon. That takes into account the capital letters. That's where this came from. Add 26 per capital letter, but that's the 18th triangular number. Dying 1 month, 8 days from his birthday. Sun 18. But I'm going to type in time. You'll see 25 and 61. Saturn 119. He died in a Saturn, the keeper of time ritual. We're all seeing this together on the fly. I mean, I didn't do any research beforehand, just to show you how obvious this is. And that's what I'm saying. It's in the seeing the same cipher too. Time 6125 reversing, like Cameron Void or Boyce. See, they're clearly doing that on purpose. If you're new here and this is blowing your mind, which you should be, understand this is how it goes every single day. Name any celebrity that's died. They've died by this numerical system. See, now that we got that out the way, we can now look at the propaganda. But I do want to see his first name and then his last name. Cameron 33, 39, dying 39 days from his birthday. Saturn equals 69, 93. 21, the reflection of, well, 120 is just 12 in numerology because you dropped the zero. So that's representing 21. Saturn 21, 93, 69. Well, 33 right there. Boyce equals 50, 23, 22. Those are day with 23. Oh no, but I remember this. Yeah, it was a cipher that I didn't necessarily use. But it does have a day with 32 numerology, the reflection, and his initials, CB, 32, 32. So now we can just look. I mean, there's always way more that I haven't done, but I think for what we've seen, this is pretty good. Dying Saturday, his name equals 119 like Saturn, time equals 20, death 20, died at 20. His name equals 61 and 25 as well, like time. Descendants 54, 5 and 4 from his birthday, he dies. I'm sure Mrs. Fletcher's coded with all this too. I might as well type that in. Well, the name Fletcher equals 77. The reporting distance 7/7. Freemasonry 139. Mrs. Fletcher is 62, 55, 170. These are the numbers for sacrifice. I'm not even kidding. You know, of course, it's always the new thing they're working on. Their last album, their latest thing, always has the numbers for sacrifice on them. See? Sacrifice 62, 170, and 55. When you count the S, again, S 19th letter, reducing it only once. 1 plus 9 is 10. You don't do the 1 plus 0 is 1 to get the 55. But you see this, they have 55, 170, 62 gematria. Always these riddles inside this propaganda. That's why I was excited to look through the propaganda because we're going to quickly find stuff like that. Can't wait to see the video length on this.
Nora's on her way.
12-second video. It's 132 seconds. Catholic Church 132. I don't see all that much there. United States of America 132. England 132. This is Disney Channel UK. Interesting. So, see, Death 213 and Satanic Gematria here in this piece of TMZ propaganda. We get the 2-minute, 13-second video. It's also 133 seconds, government 133. But I'll show you. Death 20. He dies at 20. Death 213 in Satanic. And in my last video, you'll see how we saw a 2-minute, 28-second video with the state of Florida. Death 228. The police have their tweet pinned on 1/18, Death 118. And now, in the next video, we're talking about the same pattern, Death 213 and Satanic. And here we get this guy. And remember, that 213 has been used before. Tupac Shakur's final album coming out February 13th. He dies 213 days later. Nate Dogg in the 213. Trini Kwan, that's the character's name, but the death of... I have it on my blog. Her death, all by the number 213. Ran for 4 seasons, number for death. So good. 17 minutes, a little bit longer than I'd like, but real quick, I do want to see Disney's gematria because that's been in the back of my mind since I saw this morning. I just haven't decoded it, but I was like, why is Disney participating in this? Oh, of course. 76 like blood sacrifice, 86 like blood sacrifice. See? See how they're fitting the pattern? Disney 32. His initials 32. On a day with 32 numerology, he dies. Disney 76, he dies on 7/6. Blood sacrifice 86, 76. And again, I started talking about this pattern all because of this Floridian propaganda, and now they updated it at 806. It's just, this is the type of stuff that they'll probably want to take my channel down. I mean, this stuff exposes the shit out of them. Because this stuff shows that I'm not making things up. I mean, I have an entire video where I just tell you all about this pattern, show you all the examples, and then today we get a continuation. And it's all from rituals of people dying on that day. Photo from around 1970, 197, the 45th prime, 45 the summer, Saturn's magic square. Let's see if Joel Gilberto might have Saturn names in his name, Saturn numbers in his name. He did die at 88. Again, another time. Trump 88, the Saturnian actor. So you'll see a different value because it won't calculate one of the characters, the A. So I'm gonna type A there. Although I do see that 61 times 61, but I want to be just okay, Saturn 69. We get the numbers for Saturn. Saturn 69, Moon 57. Unbelievable. 88. Gilberto 88, dying at 88. Come on, if you're new to this channel, can you please just finally admit to yourself that this is something what's going on? There's no way these can all be coincidences. This guy dying at 88, his last name equals 88. 47 times 47, Masonic 43. Freemason's compass set at 47 degrees. What a joke. Even his initials, J's the 10th letter, G's the 7th, 107, like ritual sacrifice. Joel, 67, like blood sacrifice. He dies on 6/7. I mean, this cannot be any more clear. 41 the 13th prime, guys. These people are being murdered by their employer, which is this one world order, Zionist Jew Freemasonic federal government. Judaism 77. I'm sure they had a lot of good propaganda today that I didn't talk about. I'm not even gonna go to CNN and look. We're already at 20 minutes. I mean, we can peep. We can peep on CNN. We're not even gonna look at it. But we'll just see on what 7/7. Besides the World Cup, they're gonna have the female World Cup shit. Maybe. Oh, earthquakes. Yep, see, they got this guy. But go, we can see what CNN does with this. CNN's updated this, probably some death sacrifice numbers. We might as well talk about CNN's propaganda. Death sacrifice Saturn. Oh, 310, 31, 11th prime. Killer 31. He did have a seizure. That's important. Seizure. Seizure 103 to 27th prime. Seizure 86 of blood sacrifice like Disney. See this?
The movies we love and the stories behind
shit.
them. A new CNN original series, Sundays on CNN.
What's the video length?
Some heart-wrenching news.
33-second video, of course. Actor from Jesse. I mean, there's just so much propaganda here. I can't look at this, but we'll leave it here. We'll leave it how seizure equals 86, like Disney. We'll see what Jesse sums do. Jesse 67, like blood sacrifice. I mean, come on. Everything we've been putting in 76, 67, 86. And then again, the icing on the cake, the piece of Floridian propaganda at the 8:06 update time. But do you see this? That's why they say it's from Jesse. 67, like blood sacrifice. 86, 76. I explain all this. 8:06 in this Floridian piece on 7/6. The pattern's all over the place. This is completely undeniable. I mean, there's no being skeptical at this point. How can you even be skeptical after all this? They're clearly putting 76, 86 all throughout their propaganda. CNN, TMZ, it doesn't matter. Again, TMZ at 7:01, the 20th prime, he dies at 20. Seizure 86, Disney 86, Jesse 67. See, Boyce started in Jesse. I'm sure this is synced up with Debbie Ryan too. I'm sure from her birthday, he dies a specific day. That might be another video. A veteran actor at 19, Chaos 19. 67's the 19th prime, but Sacrifice 67, Jesse 67. Don't be surprised if this is synced up with Shia LaBeouf as well. The Zionist false Jew actor, Mr. Even Stevens. Telling you to just do it because the government tells them to tell you to do that. Thelema 35, pairing that with Saturn all the time. Man, I hope, guys, I get no ad revenue at all. But I love views because views mean more people are seeing this agenda. They're waking up to the bullshit. Likes, this is coded. So I hope this video gets, close to 1,000 views. That's always my hope for these murder by numbers. Because that's at least a few hundred fresh new people who now understands the agenda that has been going on. As a whole point is why I make these videos. Likes 34 like murder, 79 like murder. Likes 20, he dies at 20. Unbelievable. And it's these examples which I guess someone will say, oh, you can guess these numbers come up all the time. There's high probability for them to come up. No, there's not. It just seems that way because this is extremely coded propaganda from the government. Peace out.